それでは8月21日、東西戦始めていきたいと思います。
はい、よろしくお願いします。はい、
I think I see a Q and a Chun, but it's not centered. Well, I got my friend's birthday to go to probably sometime around noon. Damn, look at this. What can he do? Q's actually, it would be wrong to say that Q still suffers for being in the corner. But Q players are used to being in the corner, if you know what I mean. Since literally every character corners him. I have not actually opened King of Fighters since the patch. I haven't had a go opportunity yet. I was busy and then I was hanging out with my friend, and today's my friend's birthday. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I read all the change lists, though. And I thought about all of the attacks as I read. Nakarulu looks functional still. They killed the active frames on Crouch Fierce. They killed the projectile durability of Burb. I had a few other changes, but those were the ones that really struck out to me. Stuck out. Those are the ones that struck me. What do they call that when you like combine whatever? And K-Dash now literally looks like 13 K-Dash. Which side I dash to with Laura resets? You can actually get two different dashes with Laura, depending on how long you hold the V skill button. But some buttons will always lead to a cross up, and some buttons will never lead to a cross up. But that would be consistent, wouldn't it? I did see the Nintendo Switch. It looks actually really cool. Like, sincerely, I'm probably going to get one day one. It's not like K-Dash was bad in 13. He was still like a questionable high tier. A lot of people thought he was like mid after the arcade to console nerf in 13. And then he kind of steadily snuck his way into like... There weren't a whole lot of people using him, but the people who used him had good success. He's probably one of the hardest characters in the game, unfortunately, due to the abundance of like backdash into why not? I mean, it really depends on what your combo into EX Fireball is, Abdullah. Like if you do like Staying Fierce, EX Fireball, Crouch Fierce, and then towards V scale, I'm pretty sure that always crosses up. But if you do it into like Stand Forward, I'm pretty sure that never crosses up. That's the only thing you can see. You don't see power. I don't care about fucking the power of the console. I think after GameCube, I stopped caring how strong consoles were. GameCube was like, or like GameCube's not even a good example because that was like the weakest console of that gen. But like once like PS2 graphics were standard, I was like, graphics are good enough that I will no longer care. We've just entered an era of good graphics as far as I'm concerned. And the difference between good graphics and really good graphics is mostly inconsequential. Ooh, got a nice parry and he didn't do anything. Chun-Li doesn't need parries, that's why she's so good. Because she still benefits a lot from them, but she doesn't need them. Oh. K-Dash was definitely a lot of effort, and his anywhere is still super useful. It's not like Vice just like Vice is just a radically different character. Vice has better anywhere juggle than every other character in the game, but that doesn't mean that like characters like Elizabeth are just bad. Elizabeth was a bad example because she kind of is just bad. Takuma, who's a character with really good anywhere juggle? I guess just K-Dash. They bring different things to the table. Ah, I'll shorten to Link's tail for the as many lows as possible. That doesn't combo or anything, but it just catches people. I feel like it might just be me saying this, but I feel like Chun-Li isn't very fun in Third Strike. So I feel like most of the people who play Chun-Li probably are indeed tryhards. You have to love winning, you know what I mean? And we all love winning, right? But you have to really love winning. I feel like you have to tolerate Chun-Li. Because there's not a whole lot of, like... I feel like most of the coolness of Third Strike is like the... sort of the technicality of the characters, and Chun-Li is not very technical.
ってしまいましたが、ゲージがね、ゲージ使ってやられたということで、展開としては全然、カルバニさん的には大丈夫だと。
That was nice. What an odd jump. He managed to keep himself safe, but that was like a really bad move, and it took like that, like, well-timed parry in order to save that bad move from being shit.
美味しいのはタルバインの方スクラッチホイールからスピニングミートはい見ました投げしけに生で昇竜拳ですよはい
I hope the Switch isn't too expensive because I already feel a little nervous fucking carrying around a Vita. Not that I carry around my Vita, not that my Vita ever leaves my house. But the Switch costs the same as the the Wii U. I'd hate taking it places.
実際問題何回目ぐらいになるんですかね。これやり始めたの何年ぐらいですか。5年前ぐらいですか。そうですね。5、6年前ぐらいからやってる。
Elena's good air normals fix this matchup nicely for her. Fix is the wrong word. They stack it in her favor. 12 is good at footsies, but he can't really out-footsie Elena. And he's good at air mobility, but he can't really outmaneuver Elena mid-air, even though Elena's air mobility isn't good.
300回ぐらいですか。まだまだですね。300いってないと思いますけど。まだまだ歴史浅いですね。投げて。さあ柴田さんは12です。
So I think this ends up being a really annoying matchup. That was a nice parry. He could have hit a button. If you do an air parry on the opponent, you can hit a button, and if it's a fast button, you can hit them before they can air parry you. Every now and then you see exchanges where it's like hard normal to hard normal. It's like fucking someone does a jump hard normal and it's parried, and then the guy who parried does a jump hard normal of his own, and then the first guy parries that. That's not always available. Elena's air normals are fast enough. Link or with Rhino Horn. Rhino Horn is really good in this matchup. That has Rhino Horn. It's got like the fucking. It's got 3 hits, and the second and third hitter just kind of go across the screen like really far. But the first hit is really high in the air above Elena, and it'll just hit people really easily if they're like above her, even like forward and above her. And not only that, but if the first hit connects, it juggles them into like the second or third. Damn, a sub high, sub high. Huh? We didn't have a notification. Are those turned off? Dude, they're turned off. God damn it! That's supposed to never get turned off. It didn't say fucking so and so subbed. Lazy days.
さあネイトのユン登場ですが、森川さん、このユン対12というカード、サード界屈指のきついカードじゃないですかね。
I've seen this guy.
いやもうとりあえずゼッショ強すぎて。ああそうなんですか。はい。置いたらゼッショみたいな。
I'm pretty sure that's Shiba. And that's field, that's Ta or Da. So this guy is Shiba Da, I guess. It's like a name, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Shiba Da, they just said it aloud. Kill Instinct is when I got a Windows 10, which is never.
さあちょっと12対戦経験があまりないかやりにくそうな、垂直ジャンプ大パン大系かなりきついんですよね。
Nice.
最後は壊しこすっている。
When you have low health, 12 is the best character in the game. When the opponent has low health, that is. Ooh, that was interesting. I've never seen air axe hit on the back like that. Scrafted, it's funny that you say that. I might reveal later today why it's funny that you say that. Because some dat boy thing happened to me recently.
そうですね。
さあどこでコピっていくか。
Is that boy the Battletoad?
おっとシャミシュマシャミシュマシャミ
Less strong, less strong doesn't combo.
やりますね。
He could have comboed the stand short into
やり込んでますね。
Zesho Ho-Ho from the first one. God fucking Yun's move names.
まあ海外勢でいうとユーキスペンサーのユーが圧倒的に強いんですけれども、このネイトも非常にテクニカルですね。
そうですね。
さあ海外勢の応援が高まってきてまいりました。
Oh shit, you know what? This 12 is using X copy. I didn't even realize. I don't look at supers that often because normally there's just like... I only look at them when there's a character who actually has like a viable other super. And 12, you don't have to care whether he picked super 1 or super 2. It's not very important. And like most 12s almost never pick super 2 anyway. But this is a super 3 12. 12 notably has a pretty easy time. I shouldn't say easy because it's never easy no matter what character you play. But 12 is one of the best characters at escaping random activation from Yun. But activation and combos is still really dope, as we just saw. Some kind of Remy. Modern Yun.
東海戦序盤でもダブルスキアが出てきたり、そうですね。大パンループが出てきたりすると。そうですね。まあ2015年ですからもう。
I can't in any universe imagine this is a good matchup. Wow, if that was a bait, it was a really good one. But I bet it wasn't a bait. I bet he just misspaced it. But that's the nature of Yun. Even the failed baits are fucking super solid. I mean, even the failed setups are super solid baits. Remy is fantastically bad at making comebacks. SBO is not today due to unforeseen circumstances involving my friend and birthdays. I thought his birthday was like... Well, I think technically speaking it hasn't happened yet. But the free day that everyone had is today. Projectile invincibility is a thing. I think it's usually just full body invincibility. But Shoulder does indeed have a recess start box. Shoulder is not projectile invincible. Shoulder is just short. Shoulder will not go through a low fireball. But it will go under a high fireball. I'm not even sure if Shoulder goes through normal fireballs, to be honest. Oh, that was a good normal choice. And yet still, it was a nice parry. Pretty much everything that would be fireball invincible is just full body invincible. Oh, he dropped his setup, but he salvaged it, but then he dropped it again. Nice. Good placement. Yoho is really good, but Genejin is way better than everything else. Yun's like first and second super are like both like really good supers. But the fact of the matter is his super 3 is like the best or second best super in the whole game. Look at this. You're looking at this and you're asking me why people don't run Yoho. No flash kick. Does that not work on twins without a Kara? Is he afraid? I'm pretty sure that works on pretty much everyone. But he keeps on not going for it. Nice. What the fuck? That was a bad fucking flash kick. He's pretty much got it, unless Young can somehow get a meter. I would not have burned that bar. Nice. That's Denjin Ryu. Barney went to Super 1. They need to nerf defensive characters and also add more defensive characters. They need a fucking... There's other archetypes. They're currently unrepresented. We need more counter pressure characters. We need Faye. Bring Faye. Ooh. The only counter pressure character right now is like Chun-Li. Very nice.
タイム見てからブロれますか？
狙ってないとブローれないです。狙ってたらブローれます。突然来たらぐらい無理です。
突然来たら無理だよね。
Ugh, what the fuck? That was like a miracle and it ended up benefiting my fuck ton. Interesting. He cannot take. Oh, nice. He cannot take trades now. Nice. Ooh, that was a sick counter poke. Now little cold blue kicks go over lows, and the big ones go over even up to fireballs and shit. But I think they get progressively more unsafe the higher the version you do. I think they're all minus, and they're all unthrowable too. But you have to get to the middle part for them to be unthrowable. A reasonable hour. This is 9 AM, dog. This is early. Fran. And we're back to Super 2. Remy. He went for the universal overhead juggle. Flash kick? No, he's not going for it. He doesn't like it versus twins. That was, yeah. He did stand strong. I was about to say you can juggle flash kick easily here. But maybe he wanted to stand strong. Maybe he wanted the reset. Nice. That's invincible and has more priority than Ganejin. Or rather the same amount, but also invincible. So it'll break through Ganejin. One of the few things in this game that will. It is so hard to fucking control Yon's movement. And Remy relies so much on controlling the enemy's movement. The sweep, that wasted a bunch of time. That was choice. That didn't cross up, what the fuck? He did like a dive kick over his head and it didn't cross up. So due to the weird timing that he used it, that was weird. Good. Everyone who doesn't want Oro is a fucking traitor. It's fine. It's fine to pull that out. That's almost certainly just why he's running Super 2 in this matchup. Not that it's a bad Super. But like the ability to do that and the threat of doing that are both super useful. You gotta consider that a lot of characters, when brought back, are basically new characters. They're like a combo. It's like fucking, if you bring back a character who hasn't been here for a long time, you appease the people who haven't been able to play that character in a long time, but like that character usually has like a new spin. Like no character in SF5 except Ryu has been brought back exactly as they were. And when you look at like what Mika used to be versus what she is now, like as bad as everyone hates fighting Mika, she's still a hell of a lot better than she was in Alpha 3. Nash is a much more interesting character than he used to be. Birdie is a much more interesting character than he used to be. Trigger would almost certainly be one of his various supers, activation supers. Perhaps Stones, that would be the easiest. Mika didn't have a thing, that's the thing. Mika was just awkward and bad in Alpha 3. Mika had a bunch of special moves that didn't really work. She had like a fucking 360 that you had to mash hits on or else it wouldn't do very much damage. She had a very, very slow 360 that went kind of far. A little bit like, functionally it was a bit like Q's command grab. And then she had a... her other special moves were all literally garbage. She had fucking the shooting peach, but it was like kind of, whoa. Kind of fucking wake up is that? Stand strong, and then he just super cancelled. That's not a confirm or anything, he just super cancelled. But it's safe, so it doesn't really matter that he didn't confirm it that much. Charlie's thing was he was Gal with a dash, and also Gal wasn't in the game, so you better deal with the fact that it's Charlie. They added Gal for the console version of Alpha 3, but Alpha 2 and Alpha 3 arcade just had Nash. Jeez, these parries are aggressive. I think she had a little not quite spin knuckle, like a really shitty spin knuckle, did Mika. Which they just literally abandoned. And her supers were like hilariously bad. Mika had a super where you couldn't confirm it and she would just run towards you. She would run around, and if you hit a button, if you hit various buttons, she would like do follow-ups. And actually some of them she would hit you and then you would get auto dizzied by the hit, and then she would do a follow-up attack. But if you had fast enough mashing, you could shake out of the dizzy and dodge the follow-up attack and punish her. I'm not joking. Also, her custom combos were dope as fuck. I mean, dope. What the fuck? They're whack as fuck. They're bad. Her custom combos like didn't work. That's good chip. If he does that, yeah. If he does that again, he'll win. Rose would be good. I would not mind Rose. And then match up where Remy does things. Let's watch Remy do things. Matsugari. Ugh, cold blue kick. I don't like it. Not in this matchup. Oh, that throw tech was good. See how he just put together that anti-air of like high fireball into stand strong, and Hugo parried both, and he was still safe, and he could still block in time. That's why Remy's a really cool character. Remy can put together these elaborate anti-airs. And not only can he put together these elaborate anti-airs, but he basically fucks you unless you jump. It's a really cool like idea. Unfortunately, there's way too many ways for various characters to get through his fireballs or to jump in for free against him. For example, dive kicks on the ladder, and advancing low moves on the former. Remy's not that bad. Remy's like low tier, but he's not bottom. He's not that much worse than like Ibuki, for example. Wow, that was a bait. He wanted that. He did that without express purpose. Well, he probably did. It was probably a salvage actually. He probably tried to link universal overhead into low short into super, which is a link. He's like nearly dead. But after seeing the universal overhead, the Hugo blocked high. That was really nice. Got the taunt. The taunt matters a lot in this matchup. Hugo needs as many opportunities as possible because his odds just aren't very good. So the defense increase really helps him. You can't choose stages in arcade version. But honestly, the table doesn't matter that much anyway. I never even noticed it until someone told me that it was a problem, and I'd played this game for years before that. Hugo didn't have a punish there, I'm pretty sure. Wow, that could have been super. For both of those. Chun-Li actually sat and blocked.
最近結構チュンリー使ってるとこ見ますからね。
はけしかしはけ移動投げ長い。チュンリーの移動投げはすごく長い。
He could have taunted there. He went for the pressure instead. Got literally nothing. Show me that empty jump 720. That was it. If he did it there, he would have not caught her. There it is. This fucks her up so bad. The super is so strong. This is like still even. Unfortunately. There it is. Lands a nice stand strong. That's like one of the best pokes in the game. Nice. Look at that, she's nearly dead, and he's almost got a super. Super will kill her. Parried into nothing. He was trying to bait the super too. A lot of people treat that like a confirm. If he had super 3, he would have already won. Oh, that could have been a 360 or a 720. Now Chun-Li's trying really hard to avoid it. Look at that sub message. Z. Mitsu. Shoot down backbreaker and I think neutral throw both give Hugo an opportunity to get a taunt off if he wants to. A lot of Hugos basically treat taunt like it's not even a tool, but I kind of like it. Yes. Ein. Zawai dry. And like counting. Like 1, 2, 3, like German. Nice. By jumping, he got hit midair. Oh, yep. That might have been a punish even though he got hit. One frame is really fast in this game. But if he blocked it, it was definitely a punish. But he started spinning too soon. There's no auto block in this game, so you can't spin while blocking. Ooh, he like got the right read and it didn't work. It was a bad read, even though it was correct. Shoot down backbreaker tends to lose to everything. As its main balancing feature. It must be scary as Buki approaching Hugo. Because she gets like 20 hits to do the same damage as his fucking 4 hits. Oh, I forgot that was even a thing. Canceling uppercut into super. You can do that with the normal one too. You never see it with the EX one. That was neat. You never see it with the normal one either. You just never see it. People never do that. Oh. Oh.